Hello and welcome again to Bitcoin and the recent price action. So this is the main bullish count for Bitcoin. You can see here that we have the black wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 up, where it doesn't show anymore in the screen. So that's bullish. And we have then the green count here is the lower degree of the black wave count. So here we have the 1, 2, 3, 4, and this green wave is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And when this green wave has finished with its wave 5, then we have completed black here, count wave 3. And so on and so on. That's how Elliott Wave works. And here you can see that we have finished the green wave 3 with the red wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on and so on. But now we're going to focus on the recent consolidation here for Bitcoin. And there's a lot of ways you can count this. So, for example, here the first wave down here, this doesn't count well as an impulse, and an impulse is needed in order to change a trend, basically. So if this were the top here, then we would have needed a clear impulse 5-wave structure down. But this doesn't count well as an impulse at all. It counts better as a zigzag, an ABC. You can see here that the volume is in the bottom here, and that is very low probability. It's unusual that we have an extended wave 5 as a first wave down. And also the time here, you can see that if this were to be wave 1, then this would be wave 2, and then we would look for the strongest wave 3 here, but we didn't get that. Instead, then we need to think that maybe, okay, we'll keep counting here and wave 2 isn't over yet. But then we are starting to run out of time, basically. So if we take the same time here from the start of wave 1 down to where wave 1 presumably ended, you can see here that we are at the 700 SIB time, and wave 2, if we count it as a wave 2, hasn't finished yet. And that is extremely, extremely low probability and unlikely that it is a wave 2. And that is more a telltale of wave B. So if this is not a wave 2, then it has to be a wave B or a wave X of some sorts. And if it is a wave B or a wave X, then this is a correction. And if this is a correction, then it means that we are sooner or later taking out this high. Because if we don't get a impulse down, it's very unusual not to take out this high. So then we can focus on what kind of consolidation is this. We can count this as a W, since it's a zigzag, and then we have a W, ABC in X, and then ABC in Y to finish wave X. And then we have a clapped here in wave Y. That's one way to count it. Another way is this is a finished structure, W, X, Y. This isn't really highest probability because to move up here, it wasn't really impulsive. It was more like an ABC. So that is this count isn't really probable, I would say. But I mean, it's still an option, and we're all dealing with probabilities. So yeah, you got to be aware that it exists at least. We could be down here, but I don't think so. And also, yeah, it could be an expanding triangle, like a W, and then W, and then X. We finish the expanded triangle here, and then finish a wave Y here for wave X, and then we go down for a finishing wave Y. And then you might start to wonder, well, time, isn't that Is that too long? But you can see here on wave 4 that we are still moving inside the range of 4 Fib time to compare to 2 Fib time. The wave 2 Fib time down in this count. So that is acceptable. So this could be a scenario that we're looking at. And also we could have this scenario. So it's a W and then a triangle in wave X. And then we have a double zigzag, or not double zigzag, a zigzag. So A, B, C. Then we need to count this as an impulse. And this is a bit unlikely that it is an impulse because of certain SIB targets here. I won't go into the details. I won't bore you with that if you're not interested. Please let me know in the comments if you are interested. But this doesn't really count well as an impulse. And also, if this were to be an impulse, then this would be wave 2. So we have 1, 2, and we take the fib here and drag it down here. And if we hit this 61.8 fib target, then we basically invalidate this as being 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we need to have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in order to get an impulse. And then a correction, and then another impulse to hit wave Y. But if we do that, we kind of get low here. And I have these invalidation points. And these are targets taking from this green wave 2 and also the 61.8 SIB. So if we drag this up to here, you can see that this is the invalidation for the green waves 4. We don't want to hit this because then this count isn't really probable at all. So we need to stay above these. And that also talks a little bit against having a deep zigzag here. And also, we touched this level, the 70 fib level here. And that also is not really the highest probability that we are dealing with a double zigzag, because then we need to stay below the 70. So there's a lot of factors here, but still it's a possibility. We're all dealing with probabilities, so we need to be aware that this exists as well. And the last scenario here is that we have a zigzag, triangle here in wave X, and then we are looking now at an A. So this is a flat 1, 2, 3, like A, B, C, and then when our A, B, C up here to B, we need to hit at least the 90 fib, so around there, for this to be a valid count. So for a valid flat, I would say, but a regular flat isn't really the most common flat. The expander flat is the most common, and that is between 100 and 105, 123, something like that. So you can see here I have the fibs. If I do it like this and expand the flat wave B, you can see here 123 to 138. So around this area is the target for wave B. And if this is the case, then we are looking for an A, B, and then a C to complete wave Y and complete wave 4. And we also need to stay above these levels. This level is not good if we touch. Then we need to recount this in some way. But this level, this is basically the hard invalidation, because this is the main count here at 1, 2. So this is taken from the 2 to here. So we don't want to touch this one, because then basically this bull count is not happening. So yeah, that was pretty much it for the consolidation. And we need to also be aware that this could be an ABC as well. So it's, if we count it like this, A, B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But if we count like this, we also are looking for higher prices. We're also looking for to take out this high at some point, because this is very unlikely to be as I said before, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. This is so much higher probability to at least take out this high. So in this scenario and the bullish scenario, we are both looking to take out this high at some point. But we also need to be aware that this scenario exists. So this scenario is basically linked with this scenario. And that is, if we count this is on 2-week Bitcoin. So we have a finished impulse up here. So 1 or whatever you want to call it. I don't want to get into that right now. But if we have a finished impulse here, you have a correction here. So we count it as an ABC or A, and then we have an expanded flat here. And you can see here the target. This is prime zone for an expanded flat. So if we touch this with this count, then we are basically in the bear market, I would say, because then we are looking at wave Y, and this isn't really representative, but maybe a year or something like that. So we do want to keep going and push past this and hit the 161.8 in order to keep this bull run going, basically. So yeah, and also we have this count. This is the bearish count for this, but this isn't really a problem as well, because you can see here it's really hard to count this as a, I mean, it's countable as a zigzag, but WXY then, but the slope isn't really what you are looking for in a leading diagonal as well. So yeah, to sum it up, do we care about what kind of structure we are looking at here? If it's a WXY here, or an expanding triangle, or a finished WXY, or the triangle with a slat? Do we care about that? Well, we care if we wanna take the most efficient position ever for a long, but the biggest thing to take away from this is that the probabilities for taking out this high is a lot higher than the probabilities of going into bear market. So that is basically what we are interested in. And then we are, so yeah, you can ask yourself then, should I go long? Should I go short? Well, you need to wait for a confirmation. It's like looking at a car. You gotta see that the turn signal is on, the wheel is turning at one side. It's about to make a turn. This is the analogy for going up then. So do we want to take a position when the car is standing still with the turn signal on? No, we want to take the position when the car is starting to turn and when there's no going back, basically. So we're waiting for an impulse up, a clear sign of strength with increased volume as well. And then a consolidation and an ABC kind of three-way move down. Then we can have some more confidence that we are done with this correction, because this could stretch for a while, and you don't really want to sit either with a bag that you can use for other positions if you can't help it. So yeah, no financial advice at all, but this is the stuff that I'm looking at. So I'm looking for a strong move here to show that this correction is over and that we have a clear impulse with a correction in it before I decide if I want to go long or so. So yeah, that was pretty much it. If you have any comments, feel free to reach out in the comment section. Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed the video, and till next time, bye bye.